Hey guys and dolls, and welcome into another video. I'm just going to go straight into it. Today up on my screen we actually have the SPY index, which is the S&P 500. Now guys, you can see that we have had a gap down in the SPY this morning and we've just opened our market, so we are having a bearish day. We are below the 50 on the RSI, so it shows that we are in some kind of bear territory for now. But I do expect things to continue up with upward momentum in the coming week or two ahead. I do not think that we are going to enter a stock market crash anytime soon. And the maximum correction I believe that we will see this year is anywhere between a 5 and 10% correction. And I don't think that that is going to happen this week, especially not with news of stimulus coming at the beginning of March. And guys, that is only going to push the SPY up even more into a high territory in my eyes. So let's have a quick swing through some of our plays and see what I'm doing in the markets this week. To start today's video off, I'm going to be talking about 7 stocks roughly in this video. Again, if you do want more in-depth analysis on some of the stocks that I haven't mentioned that we are currently watching, then do be sure to check out my last few uploads because there are some really interesting plays there. So I'm going to try to not cover those in today's video. But one stock that I haven't spoken about in a while is our Facebook stock. Now that is ticker symbol FB. You guys know that Facebook does have an incredible balance sheet and we are currently almost oversold on the RSI. Now, Facebook did actually recently break down from its highs of about $276. And again, you can see that on this uptrend here that I had put in on the chart. Now, you can see that we are sitting at a level of support. As you can see here, there is some strong support indicators on Facebook around that $260 range. Now guys, Facebook did open up today just below that $260 range, and it has since come back in to fill that gap, just like I always say, because stocks love to fill that gap. So when a stock does open up like here, for example, and the market closed there, and it does open up here, then this gap 9 times out of 10 will actually get filled, as we can now see that has actually just happened with our Facebook stock. So if you are not invested in Facebook, then I'm just letting you know that this one is one that I actually do usually day trade because it does have some great volatility. And again, we can see that it does have those nice down and ups. It doesn't particularly have these dramatic down and up days where it goes up so far like it did all the way back in August and then come all the way down. But you can see that we do have a nice momentum of volatility. So this can be a nice chance to get those day trades in on a CFD platform. So that is what I like to do with my Facebook stock. And right now I do believe that we are currently seeing an undervalued price in Facebook. So right now is a chance for me to potentially load my boat on the Facebook stock. Well, our Gevo play for some reason is actually opened up green today, whereas you can see most of the market is in fact red. If you are to take a look at my screen here, you can see that about 85% of the plays today are in the red. So Gevo is actually sitting up nicely around that $12.70. You can see that we do have an area here of resistance. So I do believe that Gevo may actually consolidate around this area, and I'm waiting for a breakout anywhere around that $13.50 so that we can test new highs. Now, some of the plays that I'm adding into my watch list today to really start to load the boat on is our ALPP trade. You guys know I'm extremely bullish on ALPP moving forward. And you can see up here on the screen that we are sitting at $6.80 and we are around that 21 on the EMA. Now, if we do in fact come down to retest that 50 on the SMA line, then that would be a nice position to enter and start loading up the boat on our ALPP trade. Now, we have NNDM. You guys can see again that we have just broken down that layer of support around the $13.50 cent, and we are currently below the 100 on the SMA. But I do think that this was obviously all on news because they recently did a share dilution, and we do have a catalyst coming out for NNDM at the very beginning of March, where we do actually have them doing an online webinar talking about their 3D printing. In fact, I actually think it is at the end of February, so it's actually before March. So I do believe that that is going to allow us to retest those new highs of about $17. So I am keeping this one on my radar, and right now is a lovely area of support. So this could be a good chance to load the boat on NNDM. Now, one stock I haven't talked about in a while that I did recently do a video on is our CRISPR Therapeutics. That is ticker symbol CRSP. Now guys, CRISPR Therapeutics, if you haven't seen the documentary on Netflix called Human Nature, then I would suggest to watch it because it's absolutely phenomenal and it's a huge eye-opener. Now you can see that we are sitting at the 200 on the SMA and we are sitting at that lovely area of support. You can also see that on the RSI, we are about touching that 30 zone. So I do expect that we will actually curl around very soon and retest that 50 on the RSI, which will probably lead us up to about that $163 range, which will enter a new area of resistance for our CRISPR play. Now, this stock is going to be very volatile because pharmaceutical stocks are very volatile. As you can see, we have had giant pushes in the last few months, and we have also had a big sell-off. So these moves are not for people that don't have or can stomach volatility. So if you are going to invest in biopharmaceutical companies, then do know that these stocks do like to move up and down. So if you can't handle volatility, then do stay away from those pharmaceutical stocks. Now guys, a few other plays that we have been watching closely recently is our lovely Mara. You guys know I'm extremely bullish on Mara, and I have a price target on Mara of about $65. Right now we have actually had a little bit of a sell-off and we have gapped down. You can see this is another reason why I use these technical indicators. We have actually touched that 100 on the SMA line, and we are now bouncing on that 50 on the RSI. You can see that we've pin barred into a nice green ball engulfing candle, and I do expect that momentum now to actually retest up towards that 21 on the EMA. So guys, this is why I like to use these entry points with technical indicators, because if we had actually loaded our boat when it did come down and retrace back to that 50 on the SMA around that $33 range, then you guys can see that we would have actually been able to right now be up around about 5% on our position, hopefully to retest, and we could have made a nice 10% once we do in fact hit that 21 EMA, which I do believe will happen very soon. And this is why I'm always drawing charts on these YouTube videos, guys, because I want you guys to understand how I get optimum entries on my plays. Now, you guys know that my Romeo Power, which is ticker symbol RMO in the top left hand corner, you guys can see that there was actually a short seller report listed for $12.50 given by analysts at Morgan Stanley. Well, they have actually just announced recently that they have now started to load their boats and they are buying into the position since they have downgraded the stock. So this is why I believe that they are capitalizing on this bearish article. Guys, institutions love to do this. It's all market manipulation. All of this downward selling pressure is to get people to panic so that they can in fact buy their shares all the way down here at a cheaper price. And then when the share price is then pushed back up and they've come up with a new target and they say that it's now going to be worth $24 to $25, then we'll actually see a big move up in that share price, and then they will start to sell out their position as we increase in that share price. So guys, this is why I am loading my boat right now on RMO anywhere around this range, because I do believe that even though right now we are sitting at around $14 to $15, this is all short-term volatility and noise, and very soon we will have some more good news, and that will send a catalyst for our RMO play to go up and retest those highs of anywhere between $20 and $24. So my price target on RMO is anywhere around that $20 zone into that $24, and that is where I'm going to start to take some profits once we do in fact hit on these areas. So guys, those were some of the plays right now on my watch list. I could go through a lot more, but I don't want to confuse all of you guys, because if I went through all of the plays we would be here for at least an hour and a half, and I don't want to take your time. But these are some of the plays right now that I am watching, so you can see what I am doing with these positions and where I am price targeting my entries and also my exits. So I hope that you did find this information useful. If you did, then be sure to give this video a like. I can't wait to have you on this journey with me, so make sure you smash that big red subscribe button below and join us while we make money together. My name is Jason. I hope you have an excellent week in the markets. Stay safe and take advantage of those red days. And always know that anything that I say in these videos, take with a pinch of salt, because I'm not a financial advisor and this is just for education and entertainment purposes only. I hope to see you back on my channel soon for some more content on investing. Stay safe and I'll see you guys soon. Ciao.